Coming up on KUJH, 'tis the season for chopping down your Christmas tree and getting ready for the holidays. But are local Christmas tree farms dying?
Plus, new changes are coming to the KU core. We tell you how this might affect your degree progress.
And it's Border Showdown week as KU men's basketball takes on the Missouri Tigers Saturday in the Fog. We'll preview that matchup for you.
Live from the studio in Stauffer Flint at the University of Kansas, you're watching KUJH News.
Welcome to the last show of KUJH for the semester. I'm Blake Ullman.
And I'm Abby Lord.
A Christmas tree farm is only one of 2 tree farms left in Shawnee County. The owners open up about how the dwindling competition has affected their business. Country Christmas Tree Farms has operated just south of Topeka for 34 years. Since they started, the owners say the competition has thinned a bit, as other growers either retired or changed their focus. The business is now one of only a few Christmas tree farms in our area. But they say with the high demand they see each year, the lack of competition means customers will need to act fast to find their perfect tree.
We encourage anybody who wants to try to grow Christmas trees to do so because it's very popular. We have a lot more customers than we have trees, and we usually sell around 400 to 500 a year.
According to the Kansas Christmas Tree Growers Association, local farms mainly focus on 4 types of pine trees that grow well in this part of the country. Those are Scotch, Virginia, Austrian, and white pine trees. So if you buy a locally grown tree, do your homework first to decide which is best for you.
Whether it's buying food for guests or getting presents for your loved ones, this season people are buying more than normal. According to CNN, the average consumer is expected to spend around $1,652 on holiday purchases in 2023, which is 14% more than last year. Lawrence's retail store Wonder Fair is prepared for the holidays where they get a new shipment daily. Workers say that they cater their season shipments to the upcoming holidays, selling a variety of holiday cards and gifts for the community.
We're always adding to the store a lot of products we always have on hand because they're bestsellers and really beloved, and things also are really pouring in right now because it's holiday season, so we order a lot of specifically winter holiday things and maybe a lot more of the regular stuff we have in the store just to keep it really well stocked and prepped. So if anyone's looking for anything, they'll be able to find it in the next few weeks in particular.
Store clerks say that they have lots of weeks when they have double the amount of what they need. So they stay prepared for this season.
Kansas City is home to many things, but this time of year, none become more special than the Crown Center in the heart of downtown Kansas City. Our very own Jackson Reed takes you there.
That's right, guys. It is Christmas time in Kansas City, and for a lot of area natives, that means coming down to the Crown Center to check out the brand new Christmas Crown Center Plaza. We've got a brand new Christmas tree, lights from head to toe. We've got an ice rink, and we've got tons of shops for people to come down and get their holiday shopping in down here at the Crown Center. That's right. Christmas time is the time for Kansas City area natives to get their holiday shopping in, and what better place than the Crown Center in downtown Kansas City. The Crown Center is decked out with all kinds of Christmas decorations, fun activities for people to partake in, and even an ice rink. The Crown Center Ice Terrace is a separate entity from the Christmas decor, as the rink will stay open until early March. The Ice Terrace serves as the crown jewel of the holiday decor. However, due to its popularity, it will stay open until March. In the middle of the Crown Center is an astroturfed-in play area for kids, as there are several games and attractions that are fun for the youth. The play area is surrounded by fountains, as Crown Center makes sure that people know they're still tied to their Kansas City roots. From the Crown Center in Kansas City for KUJH News, I'm Jackson Reed.
Thanks, Jackson. As a reminder, the ice skating rink will stay open until March 6th.
Blake, this has been a nice December so far.
You know, it really has. I like how it's been cold, but not too cold. But Ashton, tell us how's the weather looking outside today?
So Blake, we are actually going to be warming up once again for tomorrow into the 60s. However, though, today we are hanging out in the 50s. Right now we are taking a live shot look at central Topeka across the area right now. Tons of clear skies, and that is how it is here in Lawrence as well. As you can see with our radar just reflecting those clear skies really across all of the central Midwest plains. And those clear skies are going to stay with us for tomorrow, helping to elevate our temperatures from the 50s into the 60s for tomorrow. Up north, they they are already feeling those 60, 65 up there in North Platte, Nebraska. And if we take a more local look at our temperatures, though, we are hanging on into those mid 50s right now. 54 here in Lawrence, 54 over in Paola. So it is a relatively warmer day than we were experiencing last week. However, though, we do have a pretty strong breeze out of the south, about 15 to 20 miles per hour today, and this strong wind is going to stay with us for tonight and tomorrow as well. As our temperatures drop back down into those lower 40s for tonight, staying mostly clear though, wind gusts getting up to 35 miles per hour with the winds out of the southwest at about 20 miles per hour. So it's going to be an awfully breezy day for us. The sun's going to rise tomorrow about 7:25 a.m. and set a little before 5 p.m. getting closer to that shortest day of the year, which is going to be on December 21st this year. However, though, looking ahead, we will take another look at those warmer temperatures for Thursday, rain chances this weekend, and then back to a cooler start next week. Back to you, Blake and Abby.
At least it's looking good outside for the rest of the day.
Certainly not what you'd think December weather would be like, but thanks for the update, Ashton.
One local nonprofit teamed up with the Topeka Walmart to buy over 200 Shawnee County kids presents. KUJH reporter Dylan Vanderveen has more on how the 2030 Club of Topeka brought holiday joy to hundreds of families through their Christmas for Kids event.
All smiles, you know, it's stuff that they might not be able to get always.
This morning at Walmart on 15th and Wanamaker, that's all you could see, smiles. Over 200 kids from different children's clubs in Topeka, like the Boys and Girls Club and KBC Kansas, were given the opportunity to do something most of them have never done: pick out any Christmas presents they want.
So the best part is being able to take the kids through the store and get them presents. You know, sometimes they might not be able to get something, whether it's a pair of shoes or a toy or whatever it may be, and seeing their face when they get that and are able to get whatever they want is just something you can't match.
Each kid was given up to $200 by the 2030 Club of Topeka to spend on anything they wanted, from clothes to candy canes.
This is the way that we can show publicly how we support all those who are trying to celebrate this season.
This event allowed kids all over Shawnee County to pick out Christmas presents not only for themselves, but for their friends and family too.
Sometimes you would think that the kids are going to rush quickly to toys for themselves, but oftentimes they're buying things for other family members, their mother, their father, grandmother. They need just the basics in life.
Reminding us what the true Christmas spirit is all about: spreading the love.
You see that they're that giving and thinking of others, it really reinforces what we're supposed to be celebrating during the Christmas season.
The event brought so much joy that even the Grinch next to me said it made his heart grow 3 times as big.
Dylan Vanderveen, KUJH News.
A truly unbelievable story there. Seems like this was the highlight of the year for some kids.
Next up, we'll tell you about upcoming changes to KU's core requirements for students.
But before that, we'll take a quick break.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back to KUJH. I'm Dylan Vanderveen.
And I'm Libby Johnson. Beginning next year, the KU core requirements for all KU students are changing. According to the Kansas Board of Regents and University Core Curriculum Committee, courses offered by professional schools no longer fulfill any core requirements. For students entering college next year, they will have to complete 34 credit hours in 9 different discipline areas. For students enrolling in professional schools, the new guidelines will require them to take more classes outside of the school.
Be able to take those core classes in my engineering classes and be able to get like those hands-on experiences at the same time is very beneficial. The financial aspect is great because I won't have to spend money on extra core classes and on top of that my engineering classes as well.
The new requirements go into effect next fall, but they won't impact students who are currently enrolled.
With the constant rise of student debt, college students are looking for plasma centers to make ends meet. These college students earn up to $100 for their first donation, up to $425 for a total of 5 donations per month. CSL Plasma, located on West 24th Street in Lawrence, has found a rise in college students rooting back to last year. KU student Graham Mitchell has made multiple donations so he can make sure he keeps food on the table. Reporter Aiden Pezzold sat down with him to dive deeper into why he decided to donate.
Yeah, every time I went, at least 3 of my friends went, and we all just went together and just did it because we all needed money at the time.
An industry that made $4 billion in 2008 is poised to reach $48 billion by 2025 based on making most of their money on low-income students.
Well, you may have noticed the sunshine outside today.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't even have to wear nearly as many layers today as it's just not the cold weather.
It's true, yeah.
Ashton, what's it looking like?
I am outside on campus right now, outside of Lawrence, and the sun is now beginning to set. Temperatures are in those lower 50s, upper 40s, and throughout the night we are going to dip back into those lower 40s tonight, but a beautiful day ahead tomorrow with temperatures in the 60s, so it will be much warmer tomorrow, and we'll talk more about that coming up. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Ashton. Yeah, it does look a little cold out there still, but it looks nicer than what it's been.
Yeah, it doesn't look too chilly. Stay tuned after the break for the latest on local sports.
Natural Ties, a club full of friendship, community, and fun, pairing individuals in the Lawrence community with disabilities to KU students, in efforts to foster meaningful connections that last a lifetime. We host events bi-weekly on Wednesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. Some of our favorite events include Trunk or Treat, the Back-to-School Cookout, and Neon Night. Follow us on Instagram today and come join us to see how special Natural Ties truly is to us.
Welcome back to KUJH Sports. My name is Jackson Reed, and we have had a crazy 7 days since we last spoke, so let's get right into the action. The biggest news out of the University of Kansas this past week is that the Kansas football team will be heading to the desert to take on the UNLV Rebels in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl in Phoenix. Kansas finished regular season play 8-4 on the season, and that, of course, earns them their second bowl game appearance in as many years. UNLV finished the season 9-4, but they are coming off a loss in their most recent outing in the Mountain West Championship game at the hands of Boise State. Both teams should draw a good amount of fans, and points should be aplenty. And speaking of points being aplenty, Kansas basketball took down most recent national champion and undefeated UConn. Kansas used an inspired effort from junior forward KJ Adams, and the Jayhawks were able to get just enough from their rotational players, including a big 6 points from freshman Johnny Furphy. The Jayhawks continued their winning ways just a night ago as they topped the Kangaroos of UMKC by a final score of 88-69. Kansas women's hoops is not off to the start that they thought they would be, as the Jayhawks are under 500 with a 3-4 record, but had the chance to right the ship tonight against Houston Christian. Tip-off for that game comes at 6:30 from the Fieldhouse. This Saturday, however, marks the game that most, if not all, Kansas basketball fans have circled on their calendar. Kansas and Missouri are set to clash inside Allen Fieldhouse for this year's Border Showdown. Since the rivalry restarted in 2021, Kansas has taken both matchups by a significant margin. But Dennis Gates and the Missouri Tigers are out for a little more than revenge. The Tigers are 7-2 and ride a 4-game winning streak coming in to Saturday's matchup. Kansas comes into the game with an 8-1 record, with the lone loss coming against Marquette in Hawaii. This should be an entertaining matchup and one that fans on both sides are anticipating. To the pitch we go with our next news, as Kansas Soccer hired former Xavier coach Nate Lee. Lee is known as an exceptional recruiter, and at his time at Xavier, he led the Musketeers to 82 victories and just 37 defeats. The Jayhawks struggled last season and finished second to last in the Big 12, and this offseason, head coach of 25 years, Mark Francis, called it a career. On the high school sports side, the Eudora powerlifting team is entering its second season of existence and is ready to get to work. KUJH reporter Jack Dennebaum has more.
There is no better sound for the Eudora powerlifting team than hundreds of pounds of weights being moved early in the morning. And this season, the team will be hearing that sound even more as the squad has doubled heading into year 2 of the program. Head coach Scott Russell said the growth of the team has led to a lot of enthusiasm in the weight room.
Last year we had 13 people signed up, 9 competed consistently, so the room was not quite as energized every morning. We have regularly anywhere between 24 and 30 kids every morning now, so it's easily doubled, and you can just sense the energy in the room and the excitement of being there.
Senior Madison Carton helped the program get off the ground last year and said it has been fulfilling to see many new faces in the weight room.
It's truly amazing to see a program that I asked Russell to start grow and completely double just over a year.
Carton returns to the team after being a state champion last year and helping the girls team place 3rd overall. Carton said the sky's the limit for the girls team, with all the newcomers arriving and all of those returning.
Our 3 top scorers are all returning. It was me, Brennan, and Reese, and those were our 3 top scorers last year at state. And since we're all returning and we'll have a bigger squad hopefully at state this year, hopefully with everybody in their strongest lifts, in their progression over the season, will score higher and maybe take second or take state this year.
On the boys' side, senior Braylon Hubler returns to the team after he was a state champion last year as well and helped the boys' team place 6th at state. Hubler said he is excited about the makeup of this year's boys' team.
I believe we have some really strong kids on our team this year that can help contribute to that state placing to be higher. So we have some juniors and people that could step up, and I think they'll do a great job this year.
The powerlifting team will hold their first meet of the season virtually on January 6th. I'm Jack Dennebaum, reporting for KUJH News.
Thank you, Jack. Russell also said the powerlifting team will hold an inter-squad meet on Saturday to get all the newcomers up to speed on how a meet exactly works. That's all for this week in sports. After the break, we talk a different kind of sports, esports. Stay with us.
Missed the bus again? Yeah. You should download My Bus Lawrence. You can see when buses are arriving here, and you can also see where the buses are in Lawrence. Wow, okay. Download the My Bus Lawrence app today.
Welcome back to KUJH. I'm Aiden Pezzle.
And I'm Claire Decatur. Well, Aiden, it's our last time here at KUJH. How are we feeling today?
Honestly, I'm feeling great, but definitely a little sad as it is our last show. But with esports on the rise, on campus and across the globe, our Carson Shea decided to take a deeper dive at the ongoing impact of esports. Carson?
Esports, or electronic sports, is a way to compete through video games across the world in a variety of games. Tournaments are held locally, nationally, and worldwide in various games, such as Super Smash Bros., Rocket League, and more. I spoke with KU student and gamer Justice Simon, plus others, about the growth in the world of esports and its impact here at KU.
Esports is so huge and it's so wide. I mean, it touches everywhere on Earth. Servers are being added in places we've never seen, like Saudi Arabia are getting servers for games, the Middle East in general. It's just awesome to see the world coming together in a way. We are able to connect with people across the world in a way that we've never thought of doing before.
Here at KU, the esports program has earned some respect as it has its own lounge at the Union on top of getting a spot in multiple nationwide tournaments. I spoke with Danny O'Connell, the esports program coordinator, about what esports means to him and his team.
People being able to express their interest, especially on campus, we have the opportunity to supply students with a really unique experience where they can play on campus within a team, play other schools, similar players, maybe even friends that they have at other universities, and it's just kind of that unique experience that allows them to kind of be who they are when it comes to competing at whatever video game they choose.
Student Hayden Spratland has a long history and passion for esports, being a former shoutcaster for the university's Rocket League team. I spoke with him about the growth of esports.
Definitely had a huge pop-off period over in like COVID because everybody was inside, so that's where you saw a lot of growth. And now some people are saying the bubble's starting to burst a little bit, but I mean, it's still growing faster than ever. You've got people like Shaq co-owning teams right now. But yeah, it's really interesting watching it grow over the years, going from tournaments that had maybe a few $1,000s as prize pools to now like multiple millions. It's insane. But yeah, it's really interesting. I'm excited to see what happens in the next few years.
Esports has the chance to continue to grow and shoot for the stars. If you want to check out the Kansas Esports program, come see the lounge at the Union or follow their Twitch or socials at Kansas Esport. For KUJH, I'm Carson Shea.
Thanks, Carson. The growth of esports is an interesting topic, and I wish the Kansas team the best going forward.
At the 2022 World Track and Field Championships, hammer thrower Janine Cassenvoid made history as being the first Native American woman to medal at Worlds. The hammer thrower continued showing dominance by getting second in 2023. In 2014, she attended Kansas State, becoming a third-time Big 12 champion and fourth-time All-American athlete. At the 2022 Worlds, she became the third best hammer thrower in the U.S. and an all-time sixth best in the world. When she closed out the 2022 season, she claimed gold at the NACAC champion. In 2023, she was inducted into North American Indigenous Athletics. However, she wants to show that Natives are still here and for kids to see that they can and are breaking barriers.
Just that with our nation's history and colonialism and things of that nature and modern America, that maybe people, Native American, look like me, or they look like the textbook that the one picture we got growing up in the school system, but just kind of transitioning of who we are and what we do and what we look like, whether we're full-blooded or half or whatever people may think stereotypical of Native American. But I'm proud of who I am and where I come from, and that us as a whole are still doing amazing things today.
In 2024, she is hoping to continue breaking barriers in Paris.
Ashton Rizzo joins us to give us an inside look on the weather ahead of stop day. Ashton?
Temperatures are going to be in the 60s for tomorrow, sunny and warm. However, though, it's going to be awfully breezy. Temperatures are in those mid-60s. Winds are staying out of the southwest up to 25 miles per hour. Wind gusts getting up to 35 miles per hour for tomorrow. So it's going to be awfully warm compared to what it was today. Today we are sitting out right there in those low 50s. However, though, we are making that climb back into those low 60s for tomorrow. A warm day for this time of December. Let's take a look at our class planner for tomorrow. 64 there by 2 o'clock. It is going to be feeling beautiful. You may be able to get away with ditching that winter coat just for the day. However, though, the winds will be strong out of the south for most of the day. And looking ahead, we do have this cooling trend in the 60s and then back into the 50s, making that quick drop this weekend once the precipitation hits us back into the 40s. And then for mid next week, we are back into the 30s. However, though, by next week, we're back into more normal-like temperatures for this time of year. Hanging out in those low 40s, upper 30s is typically what we see here in Lawrence for this time of year. So we'll be right there on that average mark by next week. This is a look at that future cast for us. We have chances of precipitation growing on Saturday, but then clearing out to give us clearer skies there on Sunday. So your chances of outdoor plans for Sunday will be okay. This is a look at that extended forecast for us. We have 60s for Thursday, rain chances for Friday and Saturday. The sun will be returning there on Sunday. However, though, it's not warming us up much. It's actually cooling us down back into the 30s by Wednesday. But overall, looking like a nice week. Back to you guys.
Well, Claire, it's looking pretty rainy this weekend. Hopefully your plans are indoor this weekend, huh?
Yeah, luckily I'm headed to Dempsey's for their Christmas stuff they got going on, which I'm excited about. Aiden, how about you? What you up to?
I'm actually heading to San Antonio to watch my cousin graduate.
Nice, that's so exciting.
But speaking of graduation, Claire and I are graduating at the end of May.
And as our time on KUJH comes to an end, we and Aiden and I can't help to thank you guys so much for this experience.
Yeah, Claire, honestly, it's been so fun just getting to work with you and really just the rest of the crew. And I'm just excited to see where all the places we're going to go.
KUJH reporter Sydney Clark helps shares the KUJH senior future plans, lessons learned, and what they love about the journalism school.
The KUJH seniors are live one last time in the studio, for in just a few months they will take those long-awaited steps down the hill and into a new journey.
After graduation, I think I either want to be a reporter and hopefully one day an anchor.
I plan on attending graduate school for sports administration.
I'm planning on going into the industry and potentially working as like a communications, PR type field person.
Yeah, right now I'm not like exactly sure where I'm going to end up, but I'm probably definitely going to do something in news, and then I'm going to do something in sports radio. I'm also doing play-by-play.
I'm really planning on getting an editor's job or just any basic like print reporting job up in Chicago.
So right now I'm just kind of tying up my loose ends while I'm here and I have the resources to figure out my reel, and then I'm just going to try to get some jobs in Kansas City.
Going to be looking for jobs, I guess. Hopefully, you know, something with digital media. I like to write, so I like to write stories, and going to be sticking with sports. So,
all right, what I'm going to do with my journalism degree is I'm actually going to go get my real estate license and try and do real estate full time.
With KUJH's help, seniors are graduating with new skills and lessons learned.
KUJH has taught me a lot of things.
KUJH taught me on how to ask people different questions and how to understand and really listen to people.
I would say KUJH has given me a lot of good experience making packages together, just learning kind of what the real world looks like for making news.
KUJH has kind of helped me figure out what I like and what my strengths are.
I didn't really have much video experience before coming on to KUJH, and I think it's taught me a lot about how to tell a story through video.
And oh, the places they will go after graduation from the William Allen White School of Journalism.
Oh God, the J School? I get emotional.
And it's more than just a school. It's a home.
I'm just very grateful for all the opportunities I was able to have here at KU, and it's really like established my confidence for being successful in the future. And I can't thank enough everything that the J School has given me. So.
Wow, it's so exciting to see where everyone's going. I can't wait to see all that life has in store for us. Aiden, what has been your favorite part about KUJH?
Well, Claire, honestly, I just want to take this time to really thank all the people that make KUJH happen, our producer all the way in the back, and our TD, and really everyone behind these cameras. And really just shout out to all the MMJs that make the show happen. It's been a great semester.
We are also so grateful for you guys for watching us grow this semester as journalists and storytellers. We can't thank you guys enough. And so that's all we have for KUJH. Tune in next semester for more content with a fun new crew.
And a reminder, just keep up to date with KUJH on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and as well as visiting our website at tv.ku.edu. Stay classy, Lawrence.